Yeah.
I think I'm just like really weird. I thought so too. Yeah, that's I wasn't feeling good about it.
How's it going?
It's me.
Gorgeous. Thank you.
We are live streaming and recording. Please remember together.
Caitlin Meeting.
Here.
Timothy Allen. Here. Isabel Patel.
Here.
Nick Colombo.
Here.
Liam Connor. Angela Hayes.
Here.
Daniel Wines. Here. Maggie Roberts.
Here.
Jacob Constant. Here. Justin Wall. Here.
Are there any corrections today? Seeing none?
Now for your president's report, Nick Smith.
Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Today we have two speakers. The first speaker today is Claudia, who's coming down to speak about the UK and MSCA. Claudia is the president of the Massachusetts State College Association, also known as the MSCA. Please help me welcome Claudia Ciano-Boyce. Yeah, you can. Yeah, yeah.
Great to see you. I am a professor of technology. 3 years ago, was elected president of the chapter here. You know that there are many state universities, you know that many and we're invested. So each one has a chapter, so SGA, all the rest of it. You have a really big part in this. It's a part that is informal. So that it's not just that we just say, hey, you come to meetings, you have governance, who are forming the threesome, which is the MSCA, Council of Presidents, and meeting. And so it's built into the company. The first thing I realized is I'm kind of saying, I'm kind of into the markets. And we all should be right now because it's like here. And so unions, here's my name. You can't see that, but unions have been around since the previous century. And they were developed by an activist who built the United Bundle. Anyone know what's happening with them right now? They are on a big strike, right? It's a big deal when they strike. We don't even get to strike because we somehow lost that because we're so essential. So you might not think of us that way, but we can't strike. They can strike. And when they strike, then you feel it through the entire culture and economics and the stock market and everything. So it's a big deal. And they started, and it's one of the most progressive labor unions in America. It's really what unions do is they protect the people involved. They also, so they protect by giving health care, the rights, especially people who don't have much of a voice. And so what he believed in is a type of social democracy and societal change through nonviolent civil disobedience. That's what the auto workers are doing now. Let's hope it doesn't get violent. And we don't do that, but we push back sometimes. And so we just went through a bargaining session. Bargaining for us is about all sorts of things, about lands, about tenure, promotion, how many credits we teach, all sorts of things about how we advance, how we are fired. You can remove tenure. It's in the contract. You can do that. Let's not go into wanting to do that right now, but we can do that. So it's about taking care of the workers. We have three unions on this campus. You know that? We have us. We have APA, we have SGA. They embody different groups of people working on this You probably know people who are in both of the other units, who work with them, they are also in governance. So, anyway, so the Council of the Presidents, which is the CRP, of 9 state universities in Massachusetts, and the State College Association, that's us, we used to be in State College. So, and that includes faculty and librarians coming together to bargain. And we just went through a 1-year extension of a 1-year contract, which is unusual. What was amazing about this is other public unions joined in. You don't know anything about this? Public unions from different walks of life joined together, saying, we together think we deserve higher wages. And these were people not in education. And the amazing thing was, by joining together, we had more fun. And so we have a 1-year extension. Some people, especially people who are making much less, will really feel this significantly. It's brought us up to not above average, but at average. Unions that are not faculty. So we see the first one was, so in 1976, the faculty voted to establish a union. So it hasn't been around that long. The administration, the good thing about it for administration, it doesn't just protect us, it protects them. Their role becomes really clear because it's protected by the contract. So they know exactly what they're allowed to do, and we can't rights either. So they have more reliable and cooperative workforce. The collective bargaining agreement gives clarity to everyone's roles. So it's not just what our roles are, but we know our supervisors, we know what they can do, we know how we're supposed to work with them, and that's a good thing. We have a good relationship, and we have agreed upon parameters, responsibilities, and expectations. So we don't do anything without checking the contract. And that's a lot of what I do, is people call me constantly about this and that, and I have to go back to the contract. A lot of times I don't even know, because it's a very large document, and I don't know what's done. Any consequences that are missteps or problems could be relieved by any of our grievances. I personally try to avoid grievances. I go out of my way to try to problem solve before we get to that, because I don't feel antagonistic. I think you say antagonism for something serious, and then you can go to the fight. The administration can count on the work of the faculty or the librarians because of the clarity of the collective bargaining. So that's all good. That's just what it does for us. How many of your parents are in the union? Teachers, nurses, please get a lot of them. They're helped by that. Maybe they have COVID, but yes. So what it does for us is it incentivizes us. So it helps us, it gives us the clear expectations, protects us. It protects things like academic freedom, for example. Does anyone know what that is?
It gives instructors the right to teach what they want to teach in that course, how they want to research.
Exactly. For example, and some of you are in this class, my colleague and I, Claudia, teach a class on AI issues. When we started, we were the only class on campus. We worried a little bit about safety because there had been safety issues between people around those issues on campus. And had we been in a place where, let's say, a president just didn't want us to be talking about that, we didn't have to do that, they could have restricted our academic freedom. But they can't tell us what to teach. They can't tell us, even if it's sensitive subjects, we have a right to teach our truth. And that's a great right. You would be amazed. We went to conferences and people would say, you're allowed to teach that? I've never been. Now it's easier, but that kind of thing is very real. So it helps us, gives us help of qualifications for positions, so that you get people who are educated at a level where they should be for teaching you. All right. So that's all. What's good for you? Well, first of all, you get hopefully faculty who do their work. We may not always love them, but you know, there are certain standards we're supposed to follow, and if we're having trouble, there's recourse for you. And your evaluations of us are important because those go right into how we are promoted or tenured or even post-tenure review. So it helps us all to feel empowered. And you are in the collective bargaining agreement. Specifically you, right? So here is something that's in Article 7. It's a very long document. You really don't want to do it, but you can go to the index and find this, which is decision making. So this is student involvement. This is your role in what is happening right now with this 1-year bargaining agreement is that we, the faculty, have already voted and said, yes, we agree with this. And now it's gone to the Council of Presidents. I have heard they met last week. We have not heard their vote. I'm sure that they will say yes. Then it goes to you. And all you're asked to do is to accept the contract. And knowing that it's something that all three kind of arms of this agreement are going to agree to. So this is the right in the contract form. Eligible to vote, a majority of those voting shall be required to accept it for acceptance. Acceptance by such vote shall be for the term of this agreement. So unfortunately, these happen occasionally 1 year, but mostly it's 3 years. So in another, they're already starting on the next term. It may take 3 years to get to it. So there'll be one in 3 years, there'll be another one of these votes. And the referendum question shall be as follows. This is what you'll be doing to carry out. Participation in the decision-making process. This is, shall the students of Westfield State participate in decision-making at the university as provided in the contract executed between the Teachers Association and the Board of Higher Ed? Yes, that's simply what you agree to. And it doesn't affect your entitlement to participate in anything else, but it does affect your entitlement to vote on and be a part of governance. And governance is really shared governance. This is what democracy really is about. It's shared governance. And so that's what we're asking you to do. As soon as I give the word, you will do that, and that should be very soon. And then you can be actively voting in governance, on governance committees. How many of you have been on governance? You've been on a couple of them? How was that? Pretty good? It's very empowering, isn't it? Because you're voting on things that really affect the university. And now the only ones, a couple of things you're not on. You're not on tenure and promotion. But you're on all of the others. And then there are other committees outside of governance that you're probably asked to be on. So this is very empowering, and I hope you take it as a compliment that it is, that we value you. We really do. In the classrooms and for your role here. And I'm glad you're back. It's been a real drag. 3 or 4 years, or 3 years now with COVID to not see you. And I'm glad that you're back. Any questions about that? About governance, MSCA?
Are there any questions for Claudia Ciano-Boyce? Yeah, go ahead.
Why did you guys agree to a 1 year? What was that?
It wasn't an option. So we have a new governor. And what makes her different than the other governor? Well, it's not just because she's a Democrat. And so a lot of unions saw this as an opportunity. And this is not to say that there's a better or whatever, but Democrats at times will be more sympathetic. And so people in various unions took advantage of what they knew about Governor Healy to say this is our time to bring forth a recommendation for higher wages for all these units. And it was a risk. It did seem like she and her administration were open to that. Have any of your parents benefited by that? Yours, what's your parents' union? MSCA? Well, we are actually under the Massachusetts Teachers Association. We are kind of an offshoot. We're the higher ed part. The Massachusetts Teachers Association is an enormous, powerful union in Massachusetts. I went to their annual conference 2 days in Springfield this summer, and I was really blown away by how many people and how amazingly organized it was, and how every single person who had a question about anything, and it's everything having to do with the working lives of teachers, stood in a line and was heard. And everybody's vote is counted, it's very representative and impressive, and so we benefit from them, because we're under them. They give us legal advice, so we participate in some of the things, like right now they're trying to get rid of, guess what? What did you pay in high school? Besides maybe, but hopefully not. MCAS. There's a vote to get rid of MCAS. So that's a big thing. So we decided, they only gave us a year. They were going to act in the moment. It wasn't going to be on the language about any other issue, it was just about money. So we got this 1 year. We don't know that it's going to continue. These kinds of raises are probably right now, but not every time. But we got this raise, and then we'll start negotiating language about all sorts of things, and then go from there. There'll still be raises, but they've been very minimal, and this was significant. So that's what. You're welcome. Any other questions?
Next step.
Hello, thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Nicholas, I'm the Student Government Association President. And my question today is for those of us that are currently on government committees, if the decision hasn't been made yet for us to vote, so we can vote, should we abstain from voting in government committees, or are we allowed to still participate in voting?
You're not allowed to participate in voting, though you can go and discuss. Technically, you're not supposed to vote because that's something that, once we've ratified, but you're not even allowed to ratify until COP. I'm really hoping that they're making a deal, a vote on their part, which I think it did, and then I will be telling you momentarily that you can vote. But do go, discuss, and right now, votes may not be coming as fast as they will as soon as you're on. Because the committees know this too, and they're waiting. The committees are waiting for you too. I know, we can't make it go fast. We did our most, but so that's what I would recommend. And please, if you ever have questions about anything, or you want to come out, or if there's an issue you want to talk about, please feel free. Any number of us on the executive council, we have an executive council as well, are happy to talk with you. Many of you, there are 7 other people, and some of them are your professors, and we're very happy to talk. All right? Thank you, and I will see you in the meetings.
Are there any further questions, comments, or concerns? Claudia, Ciano-Boyce?
I just have a point of information for looking to help out with that. Tomorrow, we're going to be from yeah, you can only sign it if you are from Massachusetts, but it'll help go towards the teachers and go to the district work on.
And if you don't know what MCAS are, ask the Massachusetts rep in this room, because I bet you can. Have a good night.
Thank you, Claudia. Our next speaker is the Director of Student Activities involved in Meersman, also in the sales department, Dellea. Please help me welcome Dellea. Hi, everyone. I don't know any PowerPoint. Next. So as Nick said, my name is Dellea. I am the Director of Student Activities, Development, and Leadership. I train student leaders on how to use the screen. The training didn't go the right way. Thanks. In my role as director, so I oversee three main areas within the university. One, student government association, which is all of you, and I work very closely with your advisor. I oversee the Kids Activities Board, which is our program board. She works on as well. And then the three of us work together to oversee our orientation program, which all of you should have had some sort of contact with at some point. It's not stay If you are participating in SAIL, we over the summer have developed 7 areas of wellness that you would all be introduced to if you attend any of our programs. It's important for us in the SAIL department that all students, whether they are your average students attending a program or higher level student leaders, such as your student government executive board, that we're looking at you as a holistic person and that we're helping you in all areas of your life. So the 7 areas that we're focusing on this year are social, professional, social justice, environmental, emotional and spiritual, professional, and intellectual. You're probably saying to yourself, how am I going to know that we're getting all of those? The other thing that we're working on here is, for instance, who has heard of that, or the next one? Yes, we're doing some job. So if you're on our events calendar on the network, all events have these things called tags. And all of those 7 areas of wellness are tagged. So any events that are hosted through SAIL, Kids Activities Board, Student Government are going to have all of those tags listed so that you're going to know what areas of wellness you're doing. Nick asked me to share some of our main focuses for the upcoming year so that you can all be aware. The first one is the network. This is the 3rd year we've had the program here at the university. Year 1 was development phase. Year 2 was continued development and construction. This year we're really doing a great job of getting more and more folks on board, getting academic departments to have pages, other offices and services to have pages. And the events calendar is currently running and advertising a total of 57 programs as of. So we're really excited. Make sure you check it out and see all of the that it has. We're focusing on leadership development. So as senators, expect to be participating in some leadership development and professional development trainings throughout the year. It's really very important that all students are being educated in areas as part of your roles here on campus, because education is very important. We're looking to increase student engagement across the campus. We're doing this 2 ways. One, through an increase of events on campus that are more well known to what students are looking for. Working very closely with your campus activities board, Wednesdays, 5:30 p.m. in this room, if you have any ideas on programs you would like to see. And then working very closely with CAB and SGA student leaders to fill the seats both in student government, the seats that you're in right now, and in membership of our campus activities board to get that student voice really elevated here at Westfield State. And the last thing that we're focusing on is the promotion of our story. SAIL, while we're known across campus, we don't do a great job of showcasing all the amazing things that you as student leaders are doing. So we're going to be focusing on that this year. One way that we're doing that is with our weekly weekend grants by showcasing photos of events that have taken place. So if you're doing anything on campus and you want to be showcased, let us know so we can get photos from there. Student government is going to be working on a newsletter. We are working on a newsletter for champions as well, so they know all the amazing things that you're doing. We're going to be doing some more outreach as well. We're really excited about the upcoming year, and I would like to congratulate all of you on your positions, whether you were spring or elected over the weekend. And welcome to being members of the Westfield Park. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Matt? Yeah.
Meersman.
Hi, Matt. Thanks for coming down. We enjoy you having you here. Again, my name is Nicholas. I was wondering if you could walk us through some of the things happening this weekend, especially with sales time meetings. And we're just in the weekend, so if you could tell us what's happening on sales doing, and walk us through that, that'd be great. Of course, yeah. So the first big event we saw we were and it's not technically a sale event, we help out with it, is your athletics Cafaro. And that's going to begin at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday night, right out here on your campus green, with teams starting to be introduced in the actual show happening beginning around 10 of 7. I know that somebody is speaking about that. You are. Then we roll into Friday when families will start arriving for family weekends. Second is on 7, at which point it's just, very casual evening. Families can take you to dinner if they want to. The programming happening that night is the for the mini golf and the back ice cream truck will be returning to campus tonight. With finances flavors, unfortunately, no chip wasn't available this weekend, so we had chocolate ice cream with crust cookies. So that's it. And then Saturday, we have a lot going on. We have the home football game where there'll be a game style component. So down on the back side of the field, for those of you who are 21 plus, you'll be able to go down there and enjoy some time with your family, maybe having a tournament. Then the other big event, we have some other sporting events happening. There's new soccer as well happening during the day. Then down here on the green, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. is our blues and barbecue night. I almost said brews. No brews, blues and barbecue. We out on the green there have a blues band, Brother Sal, look him up, he's pretty cool. He's really excited to perform. We have a full barbecue dinner being served outside. We will be having carnival games, a photo booth, about 15 vendors from off campus coming up. We'll have some pumpkin painting, and maybe some vehicles. See about that. We're working. Then on that night, we hired a company to come in to do music video with Cat. So it's taking your typical video event and uploading it to what's on the part of our songs, and you have to guess what songs they played, featuring songs from the 80s, 90s. And then on Sunday morning, we have jazz brunch intended to with some live. Any further? What's your name? That's right. That's right. Yeah, of course. So we are going to be doing a couple of different things. So if you are in any sort of club organization, there's going to be a club leadership day that Laura and I are going to be working on and getting a date announced for later this fall. In your student government meetings, you'll also have some leadership part of the meetings. So it won't be something like additional. And then Ashley, now that orientation is over, she's going to be putting together some various workshops. So what you'll have to do is we can connect you with her, so she can keep in the loop on what those extra opportunities are going to be. There'll also be some sort of one-day leadership event taking place in January. As part of that first company, we would come back like one day early and participate in the audience. Any further? Seeing none, thank you, Matt. Thank you. Up next is SGA Advisor.
Cafaro, I work in our sales department. SGA room this year, so congratulations on all of you. And we're really excited to capitalize on all the different perspectives we have in the room, and hear all of your ideas, your experiences on campus. You all can work together goals for the year, to make the year and the next much better.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ryan Meersman. I'm the director of Alumni Relations here on campus. And so you'll have the pleasure of hearing from me after quite a bit. But I love the opportunity to also interact with you as students. One of the things that we are really looking to do in Alumni Relations is connect students with our alums. And for instance, now that we're talking about in the weekend, does anybody have parents that but if you haven't seen anything yet, if your parents went to school here, or even your grandparents, we're having a legacy reception Saturday morning from 9 to 11 in the Roman living room. So it's an opportunity for you and your family to come and celebrate the fact that you're leaving that legacy here at Westfield State, that you've got a multi-generational legacy. And that's really important to us. I know some of our guests this Saturday are going to include my grandmother, mother, so it's really cool to see multiple generations coming back. And then for the last 6 or 7 years, I think, I've advised SGA, and it's wonderful to see a full room again, to welcome back the returning senators, welcome all new senators. I had the privilege of sitting in this room as a student for 4 years, so very much was in your shoes. And so any opportunity that I have to help you guys out, if you have questions about anything, don't hesitate to come to me or Laura and ask questions. Thank you.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Ryan and Laura? Seeing none, thank you, Ryan and Laura. Hello, I hope you all are doing well. Congratulations to our new senators, representatives, class councils, and the community council reps. Yes, in the room, congrats, guys. Student government can be very rewarding, especially when you put your voice to things you're happy about. A quick introduction about me. My name is Nicholas Smith. You probably heard the voice today. This academic year, student government association president. My job, along with the other executive board members that are sitting up here with me, is to help the student body's voice and their opinions, thoughts, and ideas. As the president of the Student Government Association, I run the SGA meetings. I formulate the agendas. I meet with staff, faculty, and students to ensure we are all the same page. It's a massive honor for me standing in front of you guys. So I thank all of you who voted for me last year. Yes, thank you for all the new faces. I'm excited to see you guys. My main goal this year is to ensure that SGA reaches out to every aspect of the campus and gets every student's opinion. So whoever you want to help me or try to help me with that in my exec board, please do so. I really appreciate it. I also want to let you guys know to seek me out at any time if you need anything. Another thing I want to mention is something that has been in the news quite a bit recently. Some articles have been posted lately about potentially having families on campus in beds in Lambeth Hall. As of this time, no one has been housed in Lambeth Hall. I'm sure you can all understand this is a vast process with many moving parts, but I want to ensure students get the best information on the subject. As an executive board, we want to do something to be proactive to gauge where students fall in this topic. Once we gather all the information, we want to formulate a letter or some other format to send where you deem it appropriate. As the SGA president, I cannot be in all of your circles at once, so I encourage you all to let me know how you think students would be best receptive to gather information by next Tuesday's meeting. If you reach out to people, I need to know how, because I want to make sure we are engaging with many people from many places that we can on campus before we formulate whatever we decide to do, and keep all of our students' thoughts in mind. The SGA Executive Board is also planning an open forum soon. We want to ensure that students know that it will be a space for them to openly discuss issues on campus and make sure they are doing their part being proactive. If you guys have any big topics you want to see at the open forum, I encourage other big topics like keeping resident hall bathrooms permanently unlocked, an update on the banner application, or even thoughts on dining. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know after this report. Next, I want to inform you guys that we have, and this is kind of important, so I remember write it down. We have a dress-up meeting on October 10th. a brief update to our new friends and to the returners. This is two SGA meetings away. Special meetings are because we have special guests coming down. For that meeting, it'll be President Thompson. Dress-up meetings are where you wear business attire and are reserved for special meetings like Senator Beals or President Thompson. This is also a chance for you to ask the president of the university questions you may have. So I encourage you guys to come with questions you want to ask. It's a great thing to be able to talk to the president of the university, and it'll be an excellent chance to do so. If you guys are worried about getting or obtaining business clothing in time, please see me, another executive member, or anyone you feel comfortable speaking out to you after the meeting. There are only a few dress-up meetings this semester, only about one, so this won't be a super common thing. But I want to put it on your radar. I'll remind you guys next meeting, but try to have business clothes. Yeah. A few other things I want to mention. First, for our new senators, welcome again. We're very excited to have you. If you guys can come to see me or one of the executive members after the meeting, I just have some really quick announcements for you guys, just committees and whatnot. So stop by and see one of us. Each senator needs to have 2 committees they sit on, and we'll help you through that. So some of you already have a committee through your class council, some of you won't. So we'll walk you through that after the meeting and see one of us, okay? Another bullet point, Lorenzo Hall has a grand opening on Friday, October 13th at 10:30. This will be an event that SGA members should try to attend if they can. I know I will be there, so I encourage all of you to show up if you can. As Matt mentioned before, family weekends this weekend. There are so many events happening from mini golf that glows in the dark, the barbecue blues, as well as musical bingo. It'll be an amazing weekend for the sales department, for student activities, and volunteer leadership. So you guys should stop by for some activities on the green from 3 to 7 on Saturday. Lastly, if you need to contact me, you can email me at president.sga@westfield.ma.edu. That is again, president.sga@westfield.ma.edu. Or you can visit me in my office hours, which are 12:45 to 2 p.m. Mondays, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and 12:45 to 1:30 on Wednesdays. And then, super exciting, finally, I would also like to move to accept the election results of the 2023-2024 academic school year elections for Student Government Association.
Second. It's been moved and executed to accept the election results for the fall 2023 year. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. Are there any comments, questions? Seeing none, thank you, Nick.
Board of Trustees report.
All right, good evening, everybody. To our new members, welcome to the Student Government Association. We thank you for your service on behalf of the student body and look forward to working with you over the course of the academic year. And to all gathered here today, whether you are a voting member of the legislature or observer at today's meeting, your attendance demonstrates dedication to improving the student experience at Westfield State University. The Executive Council can sufficiently represent the student body or enact change without your support, your insight, and your commitment. I look forward to partnering with you in our quest to leave Westfield State University better than we found it. My name is Daniel Currier, and I'm a junior from Attleboro, Massachusetts. I double major in accounting and finance and double minor in English and economics. I'm also a member of the honors program. Outside of SGA, I'm a tour guide, peer tutor, and youth student orientation leader. This year, I have the honor of serving as the student trustee. In this position, I provide the student perspective as a voting member of the Board of Trustees, the governing board of the institution. I serve alongside 10 members who bring diverse experience to the table, including the mayor of West Springfield, the chief financial officer of Big Y Foods, and the former interim president of Framingham State University. With each of our perspectives, while each of our perspectives may differ, we serve on the board for one central purpose: to support Westfield State and its students. We accomplish this through significant discussion and votes on key matters, including the annual budget, non-academic policies, the annual evaluation of the president, and much more. While we do not manage the institution day to day and do not have authority over all aspects of the institution, our role is central to the success of the university. Westfield State University, like other regional public institutions, is facing a grave outlook. Enrollments have dwindled, balance sheets are bleak, and the value of higher education has been called into question. The Board of Trustees, alongside President Thompson, her cabinet, and other stakeholders, are ready to take on this challenge. This was made evident in our board retreat last Tuesday, which was held at the Great Horse Country Club in Hampton, Mass. from early in the morning till late at night. In addition to an important governance training with former president of Northeastern University, Commissioner of Higher Ed, Dr. Richard Freeland, the board had the opportunity to participate in a strategic visioning session to tackle these very issues, which you have maybe read about in the recent email from President Thompson. For context, the university is approaching the end of its 5-year strategic plan as approved by the Mass Board of Higher Education. To ensure that the next strategic plan is built with a shared vision from across the campus community, the university has engaged with SME Strategy Consulting to conduct strategic visioning sessions with each constituency on campus. One such session will involve students, so I strongly encourage you to attend if possible once that session is finalized. These sessions will yield a treasure trove of data and allow SME Strategy Consulting to identify key similarities. This will help to inform the work of the Strategic Planning Committee, a representative working group of Westfield State Administration, faculty, staff, and students, who will craft our next 5-year strategic plan subject to board trustees and board of higher education approval. The strategic plan is our roadmap to success as an institution and is woven into the fabric of our decision making, including resource allocation. With this in mind, the board had the opportunity to discuss our strengths, challenges, and opportunities in the first few strategic visioning sessions. As you would expect, enrollment and financial health were the primary issues that were identified. The consultants the university hired also challenged us to consider how students solve these issues and quantify these actions, whether that be a certain number of new academic programs by 2029, a set number of students enrolled in that year, or not using any cash reserves to offset a budget deficit. The board appears to be in general agreement that we must grow our enrollment, particularly at the graduate level, and the use of cash reserves to offset our budget deficit, emphasize career preparation throughout the student's experience, and focus on adult learners and non-traditional populations. Yesterday, I met with Provost David Caruso. For those new to SGA, the Provost is the Chief Academic Officer for the institution and oversees the Division of Academic Affairs, which includes all faculty, their academic departments and schools, the Center for Student Success and Engagement, the Library, the Registrar's Office, and much more. I met with him for a general meet and greet given my new role on the board, and we discussed our recent next year accreditation visit, academic innovation, plans for in partnership with the Division of Enrollment and Student Affairs, and much more. Just a few highlights from that meeting. First, Provost Caruso, President Thompson, Chief of Staff Michael Freeman, met with the New England Commission of Higher Education last week following the issuance of the site team visit report from March. This site visit report has been shared with the President and the Board of Trustees. It has not been released publicly. The Commission asked expected questions, and they have been indicated while we are reaccredited at the same we received earlier today for the roughly the next decade. Many thanks to those in SGA who participated in that site visit last March. Your participation led the site team to say that the greatest strength of Westfield State University is, quote, student commitment to the success of the campus and their continued desire to be involved in all aspects of campus life, end quote. The Provost is working in tandem with Associate Provost Brian Jennings, Executive Director of the Center for Student Success and Engagement, Xander Seymour, and Vice President for Justice, Equity, Diversity, Inclusion, and Labor Pierce to address the student achievement gap. The gap in student achievement between white and non-white students has been noted as an area that we need to focus on over the next decade. I am pleased to see the Division of Academic Affairs taking this issue seriously. Vice President of Academic Life, Sarah Harrington, Vice President of Student Equity, Joseph Dellea, and I have been actively working to meet with Dr. Seymour on this issue and other matters, but have not been able to schedule a meeting at this time. Finally, we discussed academic innovation. New programs and courses are in the process of being submitted to governance. These new programs will address growing demand from students and the needs of our society while utilizing the talent that we already have on campus. We discussed the need for more interdisciplinary collaboration and the expansion of certificate programs at the undergraduate and graduate levels. I'm currently working on projects to centralize student employment postings on campus. For those new to Westfield State University, you probably found it frustrating to find a job on campus. I'm working with the Career Center, Financial Aid, and Human Resources to correct this issue. I'll be having another meeting on this topic with Human Resources next Wednesday, October 4th, from 2 to 4 in the Horace Mann Center. If anyone is interested in sharing their experience or would like to participate, please see me after the meeting or email me directly. The next Board of Trustees meeting will be on Wednesday, October 11th, in the President's Boardroom at the Horace Mann Center from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. You'll be receiving an email about this from the President within the next week and a half. I encourage you to sit in for a moment on our meetings, which opens to the public, or watch the live stream of our discussions at westfield.ma.edu/live. And finally, yes, it's been a long report. If you'd like to connect with me, please email me directly at trustee.sga@westfield.ma.edu or text me at 413 642, 1892. My office hours this semester are Mondays, 3:30 to 4:30, Tuesdays, 8:30 to 9:30, and 4 to 5, Wednesdays, 10 to 11, and Fridays, 2 to 3. Thank you all, and hope you have a great rest of the week.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Dan Dellea? Joseph Leon.
Dan, thank you. For those of us in the room who are new, can you explain a little more about it?
Yes, certainly. So NETSI is the New England Commission of Higher Education. They are a non-governing accrediting body, so they oversee institutions in New England and some outside of New England. In order for us to receive federal aid, or for anything to receive any financial aid with the FAFSA, we need to be an accredited institution. And NETSI is the body that does that. So every 10 years, they come to the university and they conduct a site visit, we do a self-study, and they look at what are the issues that are going on in the university, what are our strengths as well. So we created a very lengthy document, which you're able to find on the Westfield State website, that was created by faculty, staff, administration, and students. The team reviewed that site of that report. They visited us again in March for 2 days, had interviews with staff and students to make sure that report was accurate. And then they released some recommendations for us to consider. And they also issued a reaccredited, the commission said we are reaccredited based on our report. We certainly have some to work on, but we are, in essence, reaccredited, and we do not have anything to worry about in that
Any further? Seeing none, again. Up next, Vice President report, student life, yes, please.
The tough report to follow up. Good evening, everyone. First off, I want to congratulate everyone who won their election weekend. And it's here tonight with us. I look forward to working with all of you. For those who don't know me, my name is Jack Lynn. I'm a junior, political science major, with a minor in English and history. I'm the vice president of student life, so that means my job is to help advocate for students in the areas of res life, dining, enrollment, and any other area that students day to day. Over the past week, I've been working on a grand opening for the commuter lounge. Finally got ready for today. So that is tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in Owl Cafe. I am inviting everyone, especially the commuters, to go. There will be free food from Owl Cafe at samples from dining. Canada is also hosting trivia after the commuters, so I hope you guys will join the opening. I met with VP Hurd yesterday, and we discussed enrollment. We talked about the strategic plan going forward and how, once it is finalized, we will show the groups on campus, including student government, before it is submitted to the board for their December meeting to vote on. Lastly, I'm looking for students to be on the Student Affairs Committee, so if you're interested in joining this, please find me after the meeting.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Jack Lynn? Dan Curry.
Hi, Jack. Can you just explain what the Student Affairs Committee does?
Yeah, so Student Affairs Committee is basically a good committee for students to have their voices heard. You meet with faculty and staff. You just talk about student issues and work together to solve them. Like our meeting so far this year, we brought up connecting faculty and students and how some professors voiced that they want to host events. So we were going to work going forward in meetings on how to get professors to be able to have events like professors in the bird watching. If they can do bird watching with their students, or on the National Day of Service, having professors cancel class and go out and pick up trash in Stanley Park with students. That way we see them more outside the classroom.
Chris Farrell.
Do you have any information?
So the laundry machines are through a contract with the other state schools, and they are currently being changed out for the other ones, each building.
Any further? Seeing none, thanks, Jack. Up next, Food Services Committee, Jack Lynn.
This report was very last minute, so sorry about that. It's also my first. Happy about that. Yesterday, exec met with Bill and Sarah from dining. We discussed quite a few topics. The first topic, Fish Friday. There's no longer going to be fish at dinner every Friday. Just the third Friday of every month. And fish still for lunch. Third thing was breakfast for dinner. Every Thursday, one of the stations will have a different breakfast food at dinner. So, that now. And then the big thing that got brought up was meal plans. Basically, if you're first year, you have to have the unlimited plan. And if you're a senior and you're living in apartments or new hall where you have a stove, you're allowed to get the Group 5 meal plan. And the point was brought up that we shouldn't restrict meal plans based on what class people are in. So going forward, food services will discuss that to see if we will be able to let students in any grade level decide what meal plan they can have, because there's a lot of costs with, say, the 10 considered compared to the 5. So for some students, the idea was if they're not going to eat the DC as often and they don't need the 10 meal swipes, that it shouldn't be restricted for them not to be able to get the 5. So going forward, we're going to try to work that. Also, the last thing I have for services is more of a general thing. It's a lot of posts on the parents and students Facebook group relates to food, and I would just like to say that I don't think as members of SGA we should comment on this, as it just causes problems within the Facebook group, causes fighting, and also at food services, it gets brought up and then it just takes a lot of time away from the meetings when we can focus on talking about stuff such as these. So I just want to put that.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Jack? Joseph Bonilla.
So as far as on the fish, contract with the professors, and contract,
It's a fisherman alcohol.
there you go. There's a contract, so we have to. Yeah. That being said, there's also from September 15th to the on Tuesdays or Thursdays we run next food on for lunch. So enjoy that. And on October 5th, after a Latinx panel, talking about that funny. This is going to be food in the DC for dinner that is Latinx focused, and any community or anyone who can't pay for it, that do that. Thank you.
Katie.
Hi, Jack. I was wondering if meal plans, you said they're gonna be, people from different classes will be able to pick their meal plan. Is it gonna still be restricted for residence halls too? Because I know that some seniors living in University Hall want a lower meal plan but can't have one because they only have kitchen on their floor and not in their room.
So there's no clear thing. But hopefully, once it's all resolved, it'll be that anyone will be able to get it for the most part. I still, a point brought up for first years was that they should have a limited because they're adjusting for the first time. And I feel that that might not be the first year they don't really after that you should be able to see the stock say the all each year 5. I'm not spending money on
Dan Career.
Thank you. I just wanted information as well, for anyone that has allergies, there will finally be, after a year trying to get this done, an updated allergy menu, usually at every station and then on the website. So they say it's gonna happen soon, we shall see, but we'll hopefully get that done. So, like,
Next, then.
My name is Nicholas Benson, the state president. I believe there is a time that food services needs to go over that.
food services meets every Friday. right in the DC. The table moved, we used to be by the window, now we're kind of centralized in DC, so all you have to do is just walk in, say your services, and you'll see David, Adam, Bill, and everyone else in the table. So you can join, talk about whatever food concerns you have, when you're here on campus, and you know, it's always the best part.
Quick question about the Facebook. So are you saying that students or student government
And my opinion, probably nothing, because I feel like it causes a lot of fighting and it's a very unproductive Facebook group. But yeah, I guess it's nothing. I mean, it's just, you know, as an association, everyone represents student government. So what you say, even if it is a private Facebook group, still reflects the student government association itself.
Joseph, yeah?
Just so we don't get confused, basically as an example, like, as just a general, engage in commentary, as we know, it's filed your last semester, and, you know, to, mitigate, misinformation and, disruptions to life on campus, we should probably engage with anything that isn't productive, as we see, there's been cases where they, or people in the utilize SGA has commented on this. Huge things, so let's just make sure that we're being conscious that not they're representing people representing.
Any further? Seeing none, thank you. Vice President of Board of Academic Affairs.
I'm excited to reintroduce myself for new members of today. My name is Sarah Hanson, and I'm on the student executive board. My position as a student concerns about academics and issues with professors, other executive status, etc. I meet with the provost and make sure all academic related to this subject. This year I'm a junior and I'm studying elementary education and honors program. I live in the Los Angeles, on the first floor. I can't wait to get to know all of our new members. Please feel free to reach out to me literally anything, and don't be afraid to say bye on campus. Heading to my actual work, I am looking for 2 students to sit on the campus academic master plan or camp. There's no set meeting time yet, so they will be able to adapt to your schedules. I also need one more person to sit alongside me on Cafaro, the advisory committee for academic planning. Meetings are held on Fridays. On Fridays at 3, Caitlin will be sitting in my place at the first meeting this Friday, since I will be able to attend. If you need anything, please reach out to my email. It is academiclife.sga at Westfield. And my office hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 12:30 and Fridays from 12:30 to 1.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns from Sarah?
Hi, Sarah. I have a lot of questions, I guess. I have a friend who got ticketed in South Lot the other day. And she was like, why would I park in South Lot? I didn't have to park in South Lot. Yeah. She does. And normally I would send them to the parking appeals board, but there is not one. So what would you suggest? Like, 'cause I've heard it a couple of times, not just from my friend, but from a couple of people who are getting tickets. And then, like, I know, like, the system for the parking decals is different. We did it online, so there's problems there. Like, what do you suggest that we do to make it early?
I think right now, I will get back to you on that because I'm also wondering what to do.
Yeah.
Because things don't need to be
For the privilege, they did take the parking lot. I don't know, maybe I can do more stuff with it. And so information, just to be able to read regulations for now. And I believe parking appeals is one of the things.
you know if you also got their graduation from last year or?
I have no
I didn't know if I should ask you, but.
idea. I want to see. I just haven't do it.
What is information? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You live out of it's apparently, what my understanding is that it's a third party provider printing these dollars. They're not getting up to the time some people have and some people don't. So if anyone has concern, reach out to the happy if you're not if I receive out already. So hopefully that issue is fixed. If not, then you might move on.
For the parking, how about for the parking field? It's not public, not parking. So use that.
We need that information when you're. Any further? Seeing none, thanks, Sarah. Next, special committee on forming general education. Hello, those of you who are this year, I was last year, this year I was sorry, this is my second semester that I'm putting on. Now what's America? For those who don't know, this committee goes for position, a role that's in our overseas. This committee entails is forming general school committee values feedback to my current discussions and engagement. Sharing my idea myself and Sarah, as well as the leadership faculty. We're in a future of the 47th year. We have to set our plan out to President Thompson for the final. So diving into the standards of this report is called Progress 25. And the last one is the first one. This new Concord will include 48 headings and then subcategories. The first category, the four categories are Westfield State Journey, which includes the first year academic and seminar for all first year students in their major. This also includes a current events class, which will include materials on facing parents and Westfield and maintaining proper health and well-being for students' college career. Second category is analysis, rhetoric, and inquiry classes that tackle topics in the natural world. This class will include classes similar to what we have in our classes, multiple two research methods and composition one. Speaking of composition one, the biggest concern that we have in our department is that first year students who do not take English 101 composition in the first semester tend to fall behind with writing essays in their classes. Speaking from personal experience, composition one was really effective in helping me write essays in my first semester, and my writing tends to be I strongly advocating for all first year students to take on one in their first semester of college. The third one is problem solving, which includes mathematics courses, humanities, and anchored problems, and social, physical, and mental sciences. Some classes that we offer in this block will be courses in mathematics, history, and economics. The fourth block is similar to the diversity and social that we have now. It's temporary, label, and perspectives, almost definitely change, as well as we the block. There is a secondary writing course that we offer at the level, experiencing writing intensities like education, diversity, communication, and technology. I have strongly advocated for the school committee to send out a draft of what classes will be offered at different sections and subsections. I believe this is a crucial understanding what goes where and how to make any changes if needed, because I believe
If I may level with you for a moment, this Common Core is not what the majority of students want. We have the Common Core that I talked to, according to Massachusetts college standards, most state schools have a Common Core that is 1/3 or less of the number of credits that we graduate. Our current Common Core is 30 credits total. You can obviously double it. And this proposed Common Core is 43 credits for the state. Also, according to state law and proposition sent out by the Charlie Baker, students should be spending more time on classes focused on their future career and less time taking classes that will not be helpful in their future career, even though it's well, there's 50 dollars to make it possible. The draft summary sent out today by the school committee chairs, these show responses and results from faculty and staff of Westfield State, showing what they thought the disclaimer, faculty and staff will almost definitely think differently than the student body because students only know what they want and know what's best for themselves. Survey will be sent out first to SGA in a few weeks and then the student body in a few weeks after that. Then all responses were optional and anonymous. Some responses based vary across each section. That means the report, the first question asked what percent of faculty plans to teach in each module. Faculty were allowed to select one or more answers. 34.8%, the highest module, highest response rate selected that they intend to teach first year number 7 are a very confident percentage. Considering this comes out to be about 2 or 3 professors in each department. Some professors have already announced and declared they plan to teach first year for a class. And Professor Keller, however, only 10.4% of respondents intended to teach a relevant inquiry course. While I do not have the names of the professors who responded because students this will most likely be the professors in the mathematics and business departments. Skipping down to the third module, this was the support of opposing feelings. This was for the support of opposing feelings for guys. Our parents saw right now that 88.1% of respondents support eliminating double dipping for common core. For example, courses English 115 Native American Lit comes from literature credit as well as U.S. diversity credit, and only able to count for one of those credits not. This was opposed by only 4.8% that vote that opposed to double dipping. So basically, probably a more related statistic is that 80% of faculty support having first year journeys open to all majors for that those students who are undecided and have some sort of idea what they want to do. Additionally, there will be no undecided or some undecided majors. Those majors can decide what tertiary course they want to take. And then the statistic that is satisfying is that most faculty agree that the names of each module is well-led, so the names are well. But as a student body is one of the strong voice, the faculty must support this entire new post-on program under the model. Keynote Sport Committee hosted multiple town halls in October or November to get student feedback and strongly push for early October. So they're done in December. So tonight I'm going to ask you, what do you all think? Please provide any feedback. Please provide any feedback. You can on this report again. This must be finished and rolled out by December to be sent to the policy time. I encourage all of the discussion time when we turn on our common goal for our future hours. So if you need any further information, also any sort of related, please seek out myself here or any faculty members. Email us email2075. I was still on every and I'll start with semester.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Right. Sorry. There we go. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Chris? Joseph.
Curious about,
On the double dipping. I personally. Our core classes, but. Yes, ma'am.
So. Are these going to, and it's one of them, we're going to try and make what the performance was, or
I am. Adam Carpenter.
I just wanted to ask you, potentially what the rationale was behind friends and I know for leaders, you have to be done all of your credits basically by halfway through or through senior year. So this makes it kind of challenging if you have more credits, less time. So
The rationale.
but I would also want because I
Dan Currier.
Hi, Chris. Just as a point of information, I know there's some nervous spaces around here. The new general education does not apply to you. You are under the current system. So don't worry at all. This is affecting next year's students and years after that. From there, I have three concerns really about first four. The first is governance. We really think that UCC will get this done. Because they're going to have to go through every course, every area, and governance is notoriously slow. We spend 2 years focusing on the philosophy of general education, not on the actual general education. So we really need to focus on that. The second is on resources. We're removing professors from teaching other areas. That could potentially be another issue already in deficit that would put us further to deficit. And that's not how they don't need to hire more faculty, they may have to with some of these courses. And the third is there's an area of the perspectives area, in the fourth area that's really focused on the activism component. My concern is not necessarily the activism component, it's that the professors will dictate what students will learn in that area. Students should have a say about what they care about. We should not be doing anything for the faculty. It's really our decision what we care about. That's my concern, is that the faculty will dictate what we care about and not the students.
Yes. That was the goal I said. Probably knows he was first year, yep, but I'm gonna be honest. December 2023. They already have my request phone because we have a lot of classes in the order and especially the bonus line out. Get your ratios. That's kind of gonna be weird. And so the thing with the survey is the students will be getting surveyed, but I don't know how many times students care about what the new common core place doesn't apply to them. So that's why I'm concerned about the students.
If you can get the chairs of score, you can get them to come to SGA at some point. We all have good questions for them. Because if they're trying to ram this through next year,
Are you working about that? I think just meeting the chairs, all the school.
No.
Yeah. Katie?
Hi, Chris. I guess I just want to echo and add to what's already been said. I know that a lot of people are double majors because they're not quite sure what they want to do after they graduate, but know that those are two things that are important to them. So without the chance to double dip, that wouldn't be possible. I think not having double dipping, it seems like you agree, would really be not in interest of students who want to pursue their education. Because I don't know, I'm a double major and a minor. Anne's a double major and a double minor. We couldn't do what we do if we didn't double dip. It wouldn't be possible. So in order to get all of our academic interests met, I think that's essential.
I'm very excited.
I know you mentioned that you don't think that students will care, about it and something like that, but I still think for you, maybe for the health survey. None of us didn't know this would be covering us professionals, and we all like lately. I think it's a very strong point on campus. It's a really nice thing to be able to have. I'm kind of figuring what it already said, but I just wanted to point out a student survey, and if that doesn't go through, then putting up a position of some sort, having students sign that they're more actively against this, and I something to get done from the students directly to the board.
I think it's very the best way for anything. Even whether it's gotten the best way or this, so I'm very happy. I think that even though it's not very, really respond, I think that was something we have. A motion to end the meeting.
Second.
There's a motion and second, all in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you, Chris. Vice President of Board Student Equity. Well, thank you for coming down to meeting with us today. Congratulations on all the great senators. It is wonderful to see so many familiar. I will briefly reintroduce myself for those of you who are not with me. My name is Joseph. Yeah, I am a psychologist here at Alumni. I will be serving as the Association Executive for the fall 2023 year. Throughout the year, I'll be serving on two committees of the Blue Horns. You all, i.e., the academic policy committee and Massachusetts Governance Advisory Council for the advancement of representation. Academic policies committee, the governance committee, makes recommendations with respect to the following: the academic calendar, academic standards for admission to university, policies governing selective retention, educational services, such as diversity, the role of the committee, and other services. On this committee, I intend to address the issue of disparity and frustration of because it's simple. The typical white student at Westfield earns school credit accumulation after 4 years, 7 months, 4 hours. Comparatively, non-white students are at 20 to 22 point deficit to the program statistic. If anyone is interested in joining this committee, please see me after this meeting. And as we will have one more available to speak for a student on this committee, they meet first and third Friday of every month. I don't know. Unfortunately, the application. Cool. Over the summer, I was one of the 8 students of the Massachusetts Governors Advisory Council, with advanced education. The evening of the before I'm sorry. Don't know what's really important. But it's made out of stakeholders with expertise in higher education, civil rights advocacy, diversity, equity, and inclusion work, the experience colored file. The advisory group was created at the New York State Supreme Court to affirmative action under Constitution. For those of you who are unfamiliar with affirmative action, it's a program of positive action undertaken with conviction never from the present effects of past practices or barriers to equal opportunity. Just a couple of reminders. If you're interested in attending the Association of Young Professionals for America Boston Student Summit on Minority Access this Saturday, September 30th, please reach out to me either myself or Dr. Pierce, our Vice President of Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, as soon as possible, please. Additionally, the Voices of Resilience exhibit will be running tomorrow starting at 4:30 p.m. in Ciano-Boyce. There'll be some guest speakers or keynote speakers, you can call them, and then the exhibit will be viewed in the RO's gallery. So far this week, I have met with the Community Council, which is composed of leaders across the activities, involvement and leadership team, aka the Black Student Union, the
Latinx Association for Empowerment, the Asian Pacific Islander Movement, the Muslim Student Organization, the Queer State Alliance, and yes. We are in the talks of hosting more collaborative community events right here, potentially also serve. Later this week, I'll be set up with Dr. Pierce, our conclusion, Sierra Alexander, the senior board member gathers a conclusion, and Latoya Wilson, the director of the institution. Please let me know if you have anything that you'd like me to say for these respective meetings that we're there for. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions or concerns, obviously after the report or during my office hours, which are now official. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Or by email at SGA at Westfield. I'm not. Westfield. Cool. As always, I will leave you with a quote. Maya Angelou once said, "I've learned that you shouldn't go through life with men on the. You need to be able to throw some things back. With that said, I cannot wait to see all the great things you accomplish.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Joseph? Sarah?
So please sign up.
Any further? Seeing none, thank you. Vice President report finance.
We'll get to it. Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Ciano-Boyce, and I am the finance for this 2023-2024 year. I am a senior business management major with a minor in economics. Outside of SGA, I am also a member of the Campus Activities Board Executive Board as Director of Senior Programming, so I'll be working as a liaison to the council. And then I also work as a tour guide, and I found this out last week. I don't think President Thompson will mention it. I am a student administrative assistant in the office of the president. So quite literally everything. So in this position focuses on building relationships with club leadership and the allocation of funds to clubs on campus. Throughout the next year, I will be presenting finance proposals. Some of you guys have seen what that looks like. Everything else we will be seeing that relatively soon. And those finance proposals are voted on by the finance committee for review, and then the final vote is brought here to SGA for the allocation of the funds. I will also be working with the Vice President of Administration and Finance, the Cafaro, updating him on how things are going in SGA from a finance perspective and vice versa about the university. I am also the student representative to the Foundation Board of Directors. The Foundation is the sport scholarship focused branch of the university. They do a lot of great work, and I will be giving reports on that as well. Going back to finance committee, because this is something that I'm very focused on right now. I need one student on SGA to serve as one student from each class on SGA to serve as a representative for the committee. This position includes meeting to discuss finance proposals from clubs, the budget, and also a few other responsibilities that I will discuss once we have set up the finance committee. We will be meeting weekly unless there's no business, and then I'll be giving you a heads up. Please approach me after the meeting if you are interested, or you can email me at finance.sga@westfield.edu. Then my office hours are Monday 9 to 11 and Tuesday 3 to 5 here.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Gail? Seeing none, thank you. Executives, I'm sorry. Vice President's report, publicity, and the rest.
Welcome and congratulations to the newly elected people. Personally, I'm here for you if you need
whether SGA related or just to talk. My position, I'm chair of NAB, committee which stands for the Neighborhood Advisory Board. Been meeting with them on Thursday to discuss how we can create a better relationship with the residents who live in campus. I'll update you what we discussed in my report next week. Also, my position, I announced sale and town events. So here are the events this week. Commuter trivia is on Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 11:30 in the Wilson commuter area, and from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Dr. Burma Ortiz will be speaking in the Owl's Nest to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. On Thursday from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m., the Book of Life will be playing in the Wilson Auditorium, room C. And that covers most of the events for this weekend, for family weekend. But check the tab and sale and presents for more updates. Thank you.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns from the board?
Just a point of information, so the computer trivia that's happening tomorrow is 9 to 11, and it's immediately following the opening of the.
Any further? Seeing none? Thank you, Linda. Executive Secretary report, Madam Secretary.
Good evening, SGA. Perhaps for those of you who were elected this past weekend, I'm Adam Carpenter, as you may know me, the person who's been testing emails for the election for the past week. I'm a senior elementary major and liberal arts studies with a concentration in history. Always a mouthful when I share. I am quite involved on campus, whether it be here and serving as the orientation or being an RE in the court involved. I'd like to give a special shout out to the folklore, or as I would like to call it, the day when live team science class will be the key risers. These past couple weeks have been pretty brutal. Yeah, and as I was just saying, I'm entering my second year as your executive secretary of student government. The basic gist of what I do as executive secretary is a whole lot of paperwork done behind the scenes. I promise I'm doing stuff you may not see. There's a lot that goes into setting up. That's the working process. I apologize to my viewers for not having labels copies earlier today. It's in process and will be there by tomorrow. The primary three roles that I have are running elections, which obviously happened this last week, taking minutes for the SGA meeting, and making sure that y'all show up for meetings with SGA as well as the meetings through committees. I want to let you all know in reference to this that it's very important to attend as many of our meetings as soon as possible. And I intend on being much more strict than I've been in past years because of the large amount of issues that come into prominence, which require your presence. If you do want to meet, please reach out to me at execsec.sga@westfield.ma.edu so that I know what's going on for all of you human and things happen that may make you need to miss a meeting, but it's just good for me to know about it so I can plan ahead. Also, in terms of my duties, elections football ended with results coming out yesterday. We had 211 voters, which is about 7% of the student body, which, believe it or not, is an increase on previous years, so I'm very proud of that. And then I would just like to end off by sharing what some of my goals are for the year in this position. I apologize to people who have been here at previous meetings, the exact same thing right now. The first of these is that I would like to have at least 2 representatives in each constituency by the end of the semester in order to increase representation of the student voice on campus. The second is to increase communication inside SGA both on the executive level and the senator level, because it's so important that we keep our miscommunications to a minimum in order to make goal that I have is to rethink the way that Senate works with your help in order to make Senate have a larger role in the process and understand the reasoning behind requirements for positions on Senate. Please let me know what it is that I can help to do to help make this final goal come to fruition. My office hours are still TBD at this point, but I promise you they will be out by the end of the week. That's all.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Adam?
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, Adam, my name is Nicholas. I have a quick question about attendance. So, is there a penalty for missing meetings if it's not excused, and how many do I get?
Yes, there is a penalty for missing meetings if it's excused. You've reached out to me beforehand. I'm kind of clear. I prefer having it at least an hour so in advance so I can find it out. That's too much to ask. Obviously, emergencies happen. And you have 4 absences for the year from unexcused absences. You have 4 absences that are unexcused. And if you miss a committee meeting, that is a half absence. Also, if you are late to the meeting and you are not checking your attendance, that is a half absence, half the meeting. And if you miss the second half of the meetings, kind of the same deals going on. I think that what's so important is that you communicate with me because I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble over attendance, but communication is essential so we kind of just know what's going on.
Any further? Dan Lyons.
Yes, you're required to keep 1 office hour per week. For now, in the SGA room, we're looking into alternatives such as getting like meter lines maybe for computer representatives as a place you can hold your office hours, stuff like that, or PC just to get more exposure to the general student. We're kind of off in the basement here. And we only really go down here for nothing else for the most part. So just trying to make us more accessible. That's all awesome.
Any further? Chris? Carol, sorry.
Point of information,
That is not true to my knowledge. If you're on class council, that is one of your committees. Class council is a committee. So just for your own edification.
Again, point of information, the new people just get that meeting. Any further? Seeing none, take that. Is there any new business? Dan Prater.
I move to open new business.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Abstention. Motion carries, new business open. Okay. The reason we're in new business, for those of you that are new, is today is the first official SGA meeting or the 4th SGA meeting for the year. This is when we have to elect our parliamentarian. So I'm going to run you guys through quickly what a parliamentarian does. And then you guys in the legislature, if you feel comfortable nominating someone, you will put your hand out. You'll nominate a person. When they're nominated, we'll do a vote on it, kind of like we did to open new business, and we will elect our parliamentarian. So,
I wrote to nominate that one.
we haven't done with the parliamentarians yet.
I moved to nominate a parliamentarian.
No, we haven't gotten to what a parliamentarian is yet. Okay, so what the parliamentarian does before we nominate So the parliamentarian shall serve as SGA ex officio authority of Robert Rules. Robert Rules, who is their newest, the way we're speaking, the motion, seconding, point of information, privilege, all that. And the serving of all meetings are run in accordance with the current edition of Robert Rules Order, 14th edition. A parliamentarian shall serve as chair whenever there is a motion on the floor as directed. Shall serve as chair of the SGA meetings whenever directed by the president. Shall serve as chair of Rules and Regs Committee and shall monitor all SGA clubs, organizations, and class council constitutions and ensure that all constitutions meet current SGA standards. The parliamentarians also will be an SGA exec member, so they will be sitting up here with us. And they have to serve 4 hours per week in the SGA office. The parliamentarian does be one of our queues. If you will have a queue if you don't work. With that being said, are there any questions about parliamentarians before we move on to voting? Yeah. So the parliamentarian is considered during the meetings an exec member, meaning they sit with us up here. So the parliamentarian does have to attend all of the meetings.
Point of information is exclusively referring to the SGA meeting, not every committee meeting. Just to
Yeah,
clarify.
so the parliamentarian does not have to attend our exec meetings, just the SGA in-person meetings. Typically, during the SGA meeting, when the president does their report, the parliamentarian will do what Jack is doing now and do questions, comments, or concerns to the president, or if I direct them to take a motion. So, yes. Are there any other questions? Seeing none, any nominations for parliamentarian? Chris Piro. Any other? Joseph Padilla. Nick Palumbo.
I nominate William. Point of.
Yeah, we have to go through and make sure.
Yes, everyone's in this nomination, that's the nomination, because it's more people.
So we will start with back. He needs to accept. William Connor, do you accept? I do. Isabella, do you accept? Okay. Because it's contested, we do a secret ballot. Are there any other nominations before we do our secret ballots? Okay, so the way the secret ballot works, go, Elizabeth Mercer.
I nominate
Desiree, do you accept? Okay. Okay, so are there any further nominations? Okay. So we're going to begin the secret ballot. So I'm going to give you guys the next card. You're going to fill out, they're right there. You guys are going to fill out who you think is parliamentarian. And then parliamentarian will be, your ballots will be collected and given to our advisors, those in the accounting, your parliamentarian. Okay. So before you guys do vote, you guys should give a quick statement for those that were elected of why you think you should be a parliamentarian. Just so those few of us know what parliamentarian is.
Everyone received a thank you vote.
Okay. Okay, so before you guys vote, we are going to go through the elected nominees and we're going to ask them. No, they're not. So before you guys vote, we're going to go through the elected nominees and we're going to ask you guys to say why you think you should be parliamentarian. We'll start with you can probably stand up, just say your name. William Connor. Isabella. last but not least, Desiree. Okay. Now you guys can begin the voting process. Okay. What? What can bring the podium? Okay, so when you guys are done, turn your cards upside down so you can't stand in front of the podium for me. Put them on top of the laptop. Everyone's still voting? Okay, all done.
We're counting.
I can't technically continue the meeting, but it's like almost over, so you don't have to wait. Okay, so should I suspend new business?
I need to end it in a second.
Been moved in second to end new business, all in favor? Opposed? Extensions? Motion carried. Okay, any announcements? No talk go.
We know that if the machine breaks down, we've been speaking with TSCC, one company, MSCA, contract as well. They both of them been kind of sharing our feedback. We have this passion that we've heard. We do great coverage with them, making sure the machines are operating. We have men everything now. Downtime, we have 40 hours. I will share, if you download the CAC Go app, Google Play, you can use that machine working. Any number of workers do. If you use that, scan the QR code, tap it, or tap the code in there, machine down, you can we're doing that. But we know that meeting can go down, and then make it. We are pushing it out there. We are upset with the quality we have out there.
Are there any more announcements? Just to remind you guys, athletics is having their pep rally on Thursday, 6 p.m. on the green. SGA is trying to support athletics more this year, so. Great plan.
Tomorrow, you hear from the
Word farm.
Just a point, but you can share about the headlines at 6. And then again, just another reminder, for our new senators that at the new meeting, shortly after the meeting, talk about reports from the schools, just in general, finding out SGA was a larger.
Point of information, the pep rally is Thursday.
My phone.
Okay, okay. Any further announcements? Dan Courier.
Everyone's favorite club, the accounting and finance. We'll be hosting an event on Thursday regarding cybersecurity and health and public affairs. So that's very fun. Someone I used to work with will be presenting on this during the course of and then next week we have an event on public accounting. So if any of you are interested in numbers or anything business related, last year you heard me talk up there very boring. So, but certainly feel free to come from it. Really appreciate it.
Would like to reopen new business to the election law? If we can advise some open new business, the motion and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. The winner, secret ballot. Was Ethan Hayes, he accept. It would get the chair's instruction to move to appoint Ethan Hayes as the Student Government Association parliamentarian for the 2023-2024 school year. Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Carries. We get the chair's instruction, motion to close the business. Motion is seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Anyone else? Elizabeth Mercer.
I just need to take pictures real quick, of the meeting.
When you do that,
Sorry. For, like, for, yeah. Self-promotion. That's it.
Joseph Leon.
Doesn't that point out here? Maybe not the law, but
Yeah, well, let's go.
Just to remind everybody, I know we've already said it a couple of times, but yeah, we have leadership following it. Price for that is, the max number of people that you have is 450, and the price is 5,000. Leaders. And then, we are starting the business book back up again. The event on Thursday, from 11:30.
Austin Morgan. Katie.
Support the class of 2024 calendar fundraiser for our senior week. We're trying to bring it back after not being a thing since 2012. It's a fun celebration for seniors, ending their college career with some fun, especially after the college career we've all had. So we really support university tickets. We'd really appreciate it. You can win some really great prizes. If you have any questions, please let me know. And there are 234 days until commencement.
Roll.
Here.
Timothy Allen. Here. Isabel. Here. Nick Colombo. Here. William Connor. Here. Angela Hayes. Here. Daniel Lyons. Here. Maggie Roberts.
Here.
Jacob Constant. Here. Justin Wall. Here. Scott Dunn. Here. Haley Kane.
Here.
Abby Glaston.
Here.
Desiree Brown.
Here.
Adrian Morales. Here. Iris Serna. Brandon Rita. Here. Austin Morgan. Here. Christopher Piro. Here. Isabella Moniz. James McDonald. Ethan Hayes. Here. Lloyd Black. Here. Miles Jordan. Here. Natalie Goda. Crystal Mills. Patricia Sawa. Benjamin Burnham. Here. Jacqueline Leader.
Here.
Ariane Baker.
Here.
If there is no additional business, I call to adjourn September 26th. Video of the Student Government Association until October 3rd.
Your goal? Thanks. Yeah.
You're good. Don't worry about it. You better not feel it. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night.
I'm probably gonna say it.